actually like
edit and
then we like if we go to Audacity. Like this is what we use to actually record the actual thing. But then
So this is like a live stream of the
making
of the episode.
okay.
So you can get a sneak peek, maybe. Or you could just listen to the whole episode.
I want to do a simple note.
Yeah. I'm going to scoot down a little bit. I thought that I was kind of off the screen a little bit.
Alright, so Gretchen. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about your job? You want to talk about what you like to do in Florida? The beach?
Can you pull up the chat real quick? Let me pull up the chat real quick.
Your favorite movie, your favorite album. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Let's do.
It doesn't have to just be one thing. We try to keep it to around 10 to 15 minutes, though.
Okay.
And typically, once we get started talking about something, like it usually takes up a good chunk of the time.
Okay. So let's just start with like the beach and go from there. Just different things, different beaches. I don't know.
So let's see.
I don't know if that's like pretty boring, or I could talk about just like
Jacksonville. So is this live?
Yeah. I'm gonna post on Twitter and all that stuff.
Yep, I know the drill, sir.
So the only rule we have is no language. that's like the only rule we have, right? Really?
Keep it clean. Yeah,
keep it clean.
Even though this man right here slipped up multiple times.
Speak up, talk a little bit louder than you're used to talking, especially because you're a little bit further away.
It'll be easier.
Make sure you face the mic.
Face the mic.
Because we go the other chair, it's gonna be easier because you're not higher up, you're lower, so you can just talk straight, but you will have to speak up a little bit though too. This is episode 15. You haven't been on an episode, have you? You haven't been on an episode, have you?
No, I don't think so.
Not of this one, but you did do the old Howdy radio with us at one point, correct?
I think so. Maybe once.
Was it just once?
Maybe.
I think it was just once. I think it was a couple of times.
Was it a couple of times? It could have been
when we did like all the crazy Skype calls.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so it was a couple of times because that was. That did happen a couple of times.
I remember you and Dorothy both being on a couple. I just kind of skimmed through not that long ago.
No, that I forgot about those.
Yeah, I kind of did until just a couple weeks ago as well.
Yeah, now he has decided to like put all the new Howdy shows on his YouTube, and then now we'll bring him back the old Howdy show. So Howdy Inc. is back. Well, no, it's been back for a little while, but when did we start?
I don't remember.
I know we started before the summer started. I know that.
I started March 12th.
Wait, how do you
That's
know?
when our first episode was, March 12th. All right. That's not frozen. You paused it, right?
Yes, I paused.
Okay,
so
I was like,
we
wait a
don't
minute.
really need this, right?
There you can see, like, move your head. Move, like, put that back down. Move your head. Yes, okay.
Oh, right there, okay.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what you were
I know, I'm
doing
like,
there.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Okay, so Gretchen. All right. So, you know the way this goes, Lane. I usually want you to kind of conduct this conversation. So, we want to talk about the beach in Florida. So, what's something that you would want to talk about with that?
I don't know.
Let's see. Let's do.
We can do a different topic if it's something that you're more interested in.
I'm fine.
Skype. We always start off with
How
what they've done in the past.
If they've done something. Yeah.
That'll just take a second.
That's crazy. Episode 15, and we're still talking about stuff with old people.
Yeah, that will never stop.
I know, but like, and it's still newer people that I've just now got on the show.
Still old people that I still haven't got on the show yet that we still need to get to.
Like
Scott and Aaron are about the two left. Anyway, let's do this stuff. So, you
That would have to be Skype calls, though,
You
right?
moved to Florida. How long ago now?
2 years ago.
It's not even 2
years.
years.
Yeah, 2 years, July
Florida
27th. So
from Ohio.
4 days. 2 years.
That's crazy.
How about what's your favorite part about Florida? I mean, is something that generic? Is that
Yeah, that
good enough?
works. Yeah.
Most of our questions are always
What's your
generic.
favorite part about living in Florida? How often do you go to the beach? Favorite beach? What else? Anything else?
No, I feel like that's good enough.
Okay. I'm sure we'll end
Then,
up just throwing some stuff in there just as we go.
yeah, that's always how it works.
Yep. What else?
I can't think of anything else.
How about the last thing? Do you plan on living there forever? Or do you think you'll ever move out of Florida? Something like that. Is that good?
Yeah, that works.
So you said that I thought about how you were talking about how Miami's wanted to go head down to.
I'm there until my mom moves
Yeah.
out.
Move town, and then I'm
Then
gone.
I'm out.
Yes.
Okay. That works, right?
That works.
All right. This guy lives down here.
That guy lives up there. Can you put the chat up? Did you post on Twitter?
I did not. Thanks for reminding me.
That's how most of the time people get to it.
Did you guys get a lot of people on the live chat?
Not a ton,
Sometimes.
no.
Well, it really matters what
Yeah.
time we do it.
But
One time we
there's-
did it at like really early, and not that many people did.
We don't have, like, it's just like
That's
Saturday
2.
afternoon when we do it, which is when we like to do it the most. Then we can actually pull in a few people.
Mhm.
But like one time we did it like 10 in the morning on Sunday, and like
And
that
one of my
doesn't do
Xbox
anything.
friends watched it. That was
Yeah.
it.
So we're not consistent with what time it is, so
Right.
I think that kind of affects us. But it's the best we can do.
But most people actually just listen to the episode once it's already out.
Yeah. Once I do
Then-
this, I make it an MP3, and it's on iTunes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just listen to it on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah. I have it on my channel. That's what we're live streaming this on now. On my channel.
But this is kind of the clashing
Good.
of the older guy and the younger guy, because all I care about is making the audio file and making it a
Right.
podcast. But Lane likes
wants
the
the-
live stream
Right,
stuff.
the live
so
stream. That's kind of cool.
I can't believe all this stuff does not slow down our stream.
we went
It's
like
actually,
10
like, kinda
episodes or
shocked.
so just doing just the audio.
And then
Because
at
I wanted
11.
to I hadn't done this in a long time, so I was like, I wanted to get back into it and get used to doing it
Right, get
again.
used to doing
And then
it.
we wanted to
start
do it-
adding more stuff onto
And then
it.
we
Mhm.
wanted to do it at 10, but then we couldn't really, it wasn't working for us at all. And then we were able to do it at 11. So now we've had this 5th episode doing it.
All right, the counter will run across here, so you'll see how long we're talking. 10 to 15 minutes is about where we're shooting for. If it goes over, who cares? But
Okay.
Can you pop out the chat? Just
We don't want it
make
to be like
go in
30
front.
minutes.
yeah,
You just make
but I
the
mean, it is
chat
what
go
it
in
is.
front.
Rolling it.
It's our show. We can make it whatever we want. So,
Yeah. Can you make
what?
the chat go in front?
Yeah, I can't. Once I hit record, then this is going to go in front again. So there's no reason to
And then you
move
can
it.
press that again.
Right, and then I press record, and then I have to press it again. So what was the point of me pressing at that time?
I don't know. What if somebody said it? What if somebody said it before?
And then you might have to wait 8 seconds to find
then
out what they
also-
said, and your life will not.
And then
end.
also it helps active with our viewers because
They can ask
Like,
like questions. And
yeah
stuff.
they can they can say something and we can say something while we're actually recording too. So they can be like, hey, we actually said something about you on our show. and while we're live streaming because you are on the live stream. So if you want to get your name called out in the show,
Right.
go to our live stream. Why don't we say that? We should
Because
say
I don't
that.
really want to just like give everybody that watches a shout out. But
Well, I know, but like,
how about we just do this now and then we'll figure that stuff out at some
Right,
other
that
time.
works.
Okay. All right. So you're bringing this in. You're introducing Gretchen.
but the Skype thing is first. So shouldn't you go first? Shouldn't you bring it in?
No, I want you to bring it in.
Okay.
And so you can say
You always bring it in though.
for the first time on Howdy Radio, the next generation. No, you've brought in a lot of
No,
those.
you always bring it in. Then you say, Lane. So who do we have today? And then I say, you always bring it in.
All right. Well,
And then you ask me.
I want you to bring it in.
Okay.
You complain that I talk too much, so I'm trying to give you more talking. So don't.
Well, it's true. You do talk too much. It's very
And it's
true.
also true that I'm trying to give you lines and you're
No.
trying to turn them away. So start with, just say, don't say the special guest segment of the show. Just say, with us today, our special guest is my Aunt Gretchen. And then hi. And then how do you want to go from there?
How you doing?
Doing good. All right.
Okay.
And then what? And then I'll say, so Gretchen, this is your, this is the first time you've done something with Howdy Inc. in probably 10 years. I don't know. I don't know how long it's been.
It's been 7 years since you guys did the Howdy show, right?
Yeah, so it ain't been 10 years.
And then
Well, it's been 7 because it was 2010 when I was living in the apartment that I was Skyping from.
Okay. All right, well, we'll
well,
discuss that on the show.
and Howdy Radio was 5 years because you guys still did stuff with Howdy Radio in this house. You
Did I
guys
ever do it in England?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not that I remember.
Okay.
Well, I know you did a Howdy Radio here a couple times. That was the time when you called me back to my room when I came out and I had to go to the bathroom. Do you remember that?
Gretchen was here.
You were saying you did it at this house.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, let's just do this. Ready?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Ready?
All right. So, nope.
Welcome to the show, our special guest.
This is why I don't bring it
Okay,
in.
well, that's why you can hit a button
should
and just start
always
over
bring
again.
it in.
Okay, ready?
And
Welcome to the show.
our special guest.
Our
Welcome to the show.
because we're welcoming her
We do
to
want
our
to.
show.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ready?
Oh, I'm terrible
What is
at
up,
bringing
man?
stuff in.
No.
I am
Come on, you got
No,
it. Ready?
I can welcome in this show.
Ready? Deep breath.
Okay, let's just go.
Deep breath. Another deep breath.
I don't need to.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Okay.
All right, so no, I can't bring
There's
stuff
no
in.
all right so needed. Welcome to the show.
Right now, just practice.
Welcome to the show.
Our special guest.
A special guest.
Do you want me to write it down? Would that help?
I guess.
Okay, I don't want to write it down. I want you to be able to remember 3 lines.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Our special guest,
A special guest.
my Aunt Gretchen.
My Aunt Gretchen.
That's it. And then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
And then it'll just be a conversation flowing.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Ready?
Welcome to the show. No. And
That
then I
was
completely
exactly it.
forget.
Not no.
And then I completely forget.
Who's sitting next to you?
What? Gretchen. I know
There you
that.
go.
I forgot this. What's the second part?
Our special
A
guest.
special guest. I couldn't think of the second part.
Okay, come on. This is the last time. We need to move on. So get it right. You got it. Nail it. Ready? Go.
Welcome to the show. A special
That was close.
I
That
said
was
my
just, you just,
special
you
guest.
That
just
was good.
flubbered over it. That one's no big deal.
That was
Ready?
good.
Welcome to the show. A special guest, my Aunt Gretchen.
Hello.
Hey, Gretchen, how are you?
I'm doing really fantastic. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Good.
pretty good. So Gretchen is joining us for the first time on The Next Generation, but she did a couple Howdy Radios with us back in the day when we had like 10 people on different Skype windows, and we would stream live on Ustream, and everything would break and fail, and
all the time.
yeah. So, but she joined us a couple times then, and that has been how long?
It's been about 7 years, because I remember trying to figure it out from an apartment that I was living in Fairfield. And I remember sitting in my living room, and it kept failing and kept having fun. And then different people would drop in and out. And I just remember it being really fun.
So we had a pretty crazy, like, back then. Did you enjoy, like, Skyping with all these weirdos, essentially?
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, because I was pretty young and I didn't know everyone really well. So it really helped me just feel a part of the group and get to know some people. So
the Skype days were a lot more work than this is.
And now we can't even. Last time we tried to do Skype was, but we've had 2 special guests that are Skype, right? We had Smoothie and Kyle.
And Kyle both by Skype.
Well, Kyle was okay. Like that worked out pretty well, right?
I think they both worked out all right.
Well, Smoothies, because we tried to do, that was the first one that we did with Skype.
Yeah.
We had the little thing with recording Skype, and then at like 10 minutes it like made that we had noise.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So then we had to use his audio, which our audio was really bad.
Yeah.
So. But the Kyle one was good. Like, he actually had a good setup for his stuff.
Yeah,
I'm saying that Smoothie doesn't have a good setup, but...
We've mentioned Kyle's setup numerous times.
Yes,
We're all super jealous of Kyle's awesome podcasting setup. All right, so let's do this.
So, you live in Florida.
Yes.
So, you moved about 2 years ago.
2 years ago on the 27th. So
about 4 days from now.
Right.
So what's your favorite part about living in Florida?
Probably the sunshine. I know what Ohio weather's like, because I lived here my whole life until I moved to Florida. But now that I'm here, the past couple of days have been overcast. There's been a lot of clouds in the sky and not a lot of blue sky with direct sunlight, which somehow surprised me.
So now you want to move back to Ohio, right?
No, not quite.
And last night was a really terrible storm. Like, it was lightning.
The lightning was fun to see, though.
It was cool.
So
Tyler didn't roll down the window, and we had to switch seats because of that.
We got to the car last night, and the one seat was wet that Tyler sat in because he didn't roll his window up. And then Lane sat in that seat. Lane's like, "Oh man, now my butt's wet because Tyler didn't roll up the window." So they switched seats.
So
and
now
then,
both of their butts were wet.
No, so Tyler starts laughing because he is in a different seat now that is not wet because that window wasn't left down. So he starts laughing. So then I'm like, well, if you're going to laugh about it, then you're going to switch seats. So I made him get out and switch seats so that Tyler had to sit in the wet seat on the way home.
There you go.
How often do you go to the beach?
I go to the beach pretty often, not as much as I would like to. I do work a lot, and sometimes when I get off work, it's like later on in the afternoon when it's dark. I try not to go to the beach when it's dark, because that's when all the creepy crawler beach beings come out to play, and I don't like not being able to see them because there's no light.
Yeah.
So there's always just little crabs that crawl around the ground, and it looks like spiders from the distance, and that's kind of terrifying.
Fun at all.
But I do love going to the beach. I go probably 3 to 4 times a week. So
I wish we could go to the beach 3 or 4 times a week.
I 100% agree with you.
It's kind of nice, actually. When I was packing for this trip, I took a break and went to the beach for 3 or 4 hours, and then got to come back and regroup my thoughts and continue packing for Ohio. So it's kind of nice that I'm able to do that spontaneously.
That would be awesome. So, what's the closest beach to your house? You live in Jacksonville.
Yes, I live in Jacksonville, right in the heart of Jacksonville. The closest beach to my house would be Jack's Beach, near the pier. It's about 15 minutes away, so not too far at all. But it gets pretty crowded in the summer, so I try to stay away from that one.
We came down a couple weeks ago on our Disney trip. That was the one that we went to the first day, right? Second day.
Yes.
First day?
I'm trying to think.
We went to
the
2 of them.
The second day was Jacksonville Beach. The first day was Micklers or Micklers, depending on who you ask. The locals will tell you Micklers, but it's actually spelled Micklers. So it's kind of one of those things that's weird about local life.
When we were there, we got attacked by sand.
Oh, that was
it was
terrible.
so windy when we were there, and it was just like a sandstorm both days that we were there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was kind of cool, but
No.
kind of not. Also,
why
It was
that
cool to
cool?
look at because
Yeah.
you could see the sand blowing in the wind, almost like those movies where they're like in the
Yeah.
Sahara Desert or something, and you could see
Yeah.
the wind moving with the sand. But beyond that, it was painful.
yeah, it
and-
got annoying. It was like little needles just jabbing
Yeah,
you all
it's
the time.
terrible.
a little bit of acupuncture there on the beach.
But that did not stop us.
No.
Yeah. We still went into
Like,
the
we're
water.
here for 2 days, and this is the 2
Right.
days we have to be at the
Exactly.
beach. So we're going to be at the beach regardless.
And before we went, it was supposed to storm like the whole entire time we were
Yeah.
there. So
The wind was insane, and you guys toughed it out, and I stayed
Yeah.
in a chair
Yeah.
under a towel because I was freezing.
Yeah.
I think me and Lane, we went out into the ocean more than
I was
anybody
you
else.
got
did,
hit in the
so.
face with a wave and a boogie board at the same time.
Yeah, I got hit in the head with a boogie board. That hurt so bad.
That,
Oh,
that
man.
wave was so bigger than we thought it
Yeah.
was.
That-
It was so big.
That
We
hurt,
were just like
legitimately hurt
we were
bad.
like just doing all kinds of stuff with our boogie boards, and then Dad went up to go, and he went like this, and then like the wave hit the board and then hit him right in the face.
That is exactly what happened. And it hurt very, very badly.
So since you have like multiple beaches kind of by your house,
Mhm.
what's your favorite beach out of them?
It depends on what I'm looking for. I really like going to Volano Beach, which is a little bit farther south, about 35 minutes away. And that's a beach that we can in our truck. So that way we can actually drive onto the beach, and then we'll take a canopy and put a canopy over the back of the truck so we can sit on the truck. We can bring the dogs then, so we have the canopy and they can stay in the shade. So I really like that. Besides that, I really like Guana River. It's a state park that's a little bit farther south towards St. Augustine. And I like that because it's a state park private area where there's probably only 2 people that you can see at all in any direction. So it's kind of nice that you can just go and relax if you want a relaxing day at the beach with just 2 or 3 friends and a good book and some music. That's the best way to do it.
So where's the party beach?
Party beach would be Jack's Beach. And
Okay.
that's because when people talk about going bar hopping or something, they talk about going to the beaches, which is a strip of bars that are on the beach. So they can walk directly out from the bars and get onto the beach
Gotcha.
within 300 feet. So,
That'd be pretty cool.
yeah.
So are you gonna stay in Florida forever?
I don't know about forever, but I do know that I need to stay near a beach forever. I don't know if Florida is a place or if Jacksonville is a place, but
Yeah.
I do know that now I've got a taste of living next to a beach where I can go anytime that I want. I would really like. Plus, Natty loves the beach, so
But now that you like the beach and you've been there for a while, now you can move back to Ohio, right? Yeah.
no, not quite. I
I
love
mean,
being
and-
able
and
to
then-
visit Ohio, but I also love being able to have my family have the experience.
And then
of
like
visiting the
20
beach.
years later, you can go back. That's
20
a fair
years
deal.
later, you're going to be a little bit older, and you'll be able
Yeah.
to come live by the beach with me.
I'm gonna think about that. But then that's not 20 years. Now I still have to wait another 20 years to be able to go. No, not 20 years.
But it is nice
not
to
that
have her
long.
down there so that when we go down there, we have a place to stay and to go to the beach.
Exactly.
Or I could
It's
buy
good to
myself
have
another
that person there.
hmm
place.
Well, yeah. No, I like being that person. I like being able to host family and friends.
And you just moved recently, right?
Yes, I just
Yes.
moved recently into
But still
a
in
new place.
Jacksonville.
Still in Jacksonville, only about a mile from where I was living before. But I have
Gotcha.
a new roommate dog as well. He gets along with my dog really well, so it's a fun little setup. But I actually have stairs in my new place, which is kind of helpful for Natty because my cute little dog is a little overweight and she's getting quite a bit of exercise because my room's upstairs. So she keeps running up and down the stairs and tripping and falling, but she's getting used to it.
Nice. She's getting used to it.
Yeah.
Well, she's so energetic. She runs up and every once in a while.
Now I
will
want to
trip
see a
over
video
around
about
here.
that. Now I want to just see Natty pummel down.
Pummel
a
down the
staircase.
I'll see if I can get a video of her,
That-
but I'm
that
not
would
sure
be
if I can catch
amazing.
the right moment.
Get a video and we'll put it on howdying.com for
Yeah.
everybody to see.
I want to see that.
It'll be in the show notes for this
Yeah.
episode.
There you go.
All right, anything else?
Not really.
All
I
right.
can't think of anything. Can you?
No, not really.
All right, well, thank you for stopping by and doing the episode with us.
Well, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
That was so short.
That's all right.
That was so
I
short.
said 10 to 15 minutes. We were right
Yeah.
there.
We should have put the camera down more because, like,
That's fine.
look at my face. You can barely see it. My face. Like,
Is it 270 Nathaniel?
270. I don't know. What is this?
It's a group message from Lowe's.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like, let us. We are headed back. Side doors unlocked.
I would assume so then, yeah.
I mean, I
I
can
don't
just ask
have
him. They're
his number.
upstairs, so
I don't you have his number?
16.
I haven't really needed to. Oh, they're Facebook official.
Well, there it is.
Oh my god. It's so cute.
It is actually.
All right, Lane, you ready to bust out the rest of the show now?
I guess so. But we need to watch Stranger Things thing before.
Yeah, we will.
We need to watch that like right now.
Hi.
Can you put reheats for me real quick?
I can.
No.
I gotta use this reheat.
Did you hear that thing in the background before?
Ooh, Liz, I don't know that I would need the laptop because we're signed into Lane here because we are streaming.
Yeah.
Lane, can you go grab the laptop, please?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't log out of Lane's account.
Sorry.
Fine.
All right, that's all we need you for, Gretchen.
All right.
I appreciate you doing it.
That was fun.
When the episode's up, you have to get on your Facebook and be like, hey, everybody, check out this episode that I was on.
Right? I will do that. This is separate to each bottle for dinner.
Yeah, and everything else at this point, because my upstairs fridge needs to be cleaned out. So now it's all here.
There you go. That works.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's right. You guys got what's for dinner, got ribbon. That's a pretty impressive ribbon right there.
Right? For second place for the chili cook-off.
How many people were entered?
Okay.
No.
It's a good amount, though. I mean, that's a lot of chili. Lots of variations of chili, too. Awesome.
Actually, better than all of them. Even the one.
The one, they only got their extra votes because they had
Got more money.
firemen on their freaking
Oh, yeah, that's
thing.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Fireman couldn't not win.
Can't say no to the fireman.
Right now I feel like bullets.
It
Like
needs,
4 of them.
it's dead, so it needs to be charged. So
Where's the charger?
it's charging like right now, but I can't bring it down. So you're gonna have
Right,
to
I'm gonna print them. Will you grab them and put them in that box and bring it up for me?
Yeah, let's get this camera back.
There's nothing wrong with it. It looks fine.
Well, now. Well, now it's good.
Making my Howdy Radio guitar debut.
So just keep your notifications. Jen, that's cool. Your current live streams. That is a cool thing. I like that. Are you watching this thing now?
Yeah, go ahead.
You got this one?
say yesterday.
Since 22 hours ago. So yes. Jeez. They haven't released one in like 5 months. Jesus.
We gotta do this? Let's engage.
It's not mostly just like a TV game, mostly. I know it.
Hey guys, do you see the
Nothing's gonna come back to me better than it was. Not really.
he's so so.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found
Sometimes I feel like I still see it.
must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
It still says it's Halloween though.
But the 27th is released already.
Exactly.
If you're out there, just please give me a sign.
Still looks freaking scary. I can't believe I watched that show. Okay, we just watched the Stranger Things season 2 trailer, so I don't think there is any other trailers that we really need to watch. Let's see. Would you like to also watch the trailers that I watched so that you also know what I'm talking about?
No.
I only watched like 3 trailers.
How many different things do you have that you're wanting to talk about here?
Flash, Justice League, Rock. I'm trying to think. And then Stranger Things.
All right, so what's up? We're just going to talk about the Howdy Show came out this week, the new episode.
Oh, yeah.
And talk about Apple Camp. Doesn't have to be anything long. So that's it for that segment. That'll be a done segment.
Okay.
And Comic-Con. So we've got Stranger Things is the most important one.
Why?
It is.
Why is it called Stranger Things 2?
Because it's the second season. It's called 2. Okay. What else? Rick and Morty.
That would just be quick. Rick and 40.
What else did you want? You want
Flash.
Justice League.
It's gonna be a long one. This is like
I don't want to talk about these all like at length. So
no, the Flash one. I'm definitely gonna put into lots of context.
okay, and what else?
Probably Stranger Things because we both watched that, so that will probably also be a bigger one. Then also Thor Ragnarok can just be a tiny one.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's do the intro.
Okay. Wait, the intro?
What's
Intro?
up? The
What's up? Okay. Sometimes you say the intro and it's really confusing.
All right, ready?
Guess so.
I guess I bring this in, huh?
Yeah.
Can you? All right, where's our camera? Because I feel like you're over. Oh shit, Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you're.
Just back here. No, that's Audacity. Right click. Then Google Hangouts. I'm not close to you on here.
It just feels like I'm not in my normal
Lean in.
spot.
Lean in like you usually do.
We'll be all right.
That's not really wrong. This is the... Okay, good. Second, I didn't think it was that. I feel like I was talking loud, but it wasn't picking it up that much.
Where the hell did my supplement go? I can never find that.
Yep.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, the next generation, episode 15. Another big milestone for us here. We've made it to 15 now. I'm Brandon.
I'm Lane.
So, what's going on, man? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. It's been a good weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
Your aunt got married yesterday.
Yeah.
Becca married from what episode was that when we interviewed Becca and Nathaniel?
That was... I can't think which one it was. Was it 10?
Yeah, it might have
It
been.
was 10. Yeah, that was when
I
the
think you're
truck...
right.
That was at camp.
Let me look it up real quick. Keep talking so it doesn't sound like I'm looking something up.
He's definitely not looking something up.
So they were our special guests on episode 10, and we were talking about how they were getting married here soon and all that good stuff.
Yes.
And yesterday they got married. So that's really cool.
At the Rook, which
At
was
the Rook.
a very cool place.
It was a big board game place. We played a bunch of games and everything. It was episode 10, yes. So we had a good fun time last night at that wedding. Liz was the one that married them. That was the first time she's ever done that before, and that was awesome. What else? Anything else cool? We played some Uno. We played the longest game of Uno in the existence of human beings on this earth.
I've played a longer game of Uno against Joe.
It was awful. Well, that's a video game one. This is a real one.
I played the actual Uno game with Uncle Joe.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So that was fun. The wedding was very nice.
It was like from 10 to like 1 or something. It was freaking crazy.
That's definitely longer than the one that we played, but probably not much longer. Well, no, it was.
We ended ours about 12.
Hey, I don't
wasn't
remember what time we
much
started it though.
We started
It
about
was
10.
probably about an hour long game last night. I don't think it was longer than an hour.
It wasn't? Oh.
No, but whatever. We played that. We played a game called Dixit. We played what else did we play?
Played
You guys played a game of code names.
yeah.
Code word. Is it code name? Code names.
We played Telestrations at the beginning. That was the first game.
Telestrations. Yep.
That was baby phone game.
Yep. So congratulations to Becca and Nathaniel, and nice wedding, and thanks for having us and all that good stuff. So what else? Last week you had Apple Camp.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Good. But oh sorry. Jesus.
So this year was iMovie.
Yes.
And so what all happened?
So
I didn't get to go to any of the days, unfortunately.
yeah.
It was
But you
when I
gotta
was
see
working.
what I made.
But I
though.
did get to see what you did.
You gotta
yeah.
see it before anybody else did.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure Tyler saw
So
it
what'd you
before
do?
Pretty sure Tyler saw it
That's
before
all
you.
right. So what'd you do?
I did like a gaming little montage, like a bunch of freaking beat drop things. So like anytime something cool happened, the beat would drop. It was like I think it was minute 31 seconds, something like that. Not too long.
Yeah.
But like everybody made something different except wait, no, never mind. But they saved mine for last to show everybody because I had a lot more experience with iMovie than anybody else for sure.
Yeah.
So and they knew that mine would be probably better
The
than
best.
but yes, mine definitely was.
That's awesome. That's
So,
very cool.
Yeah.
So did they really teach you anything about iMovie that you didn't know?
No, they didn't really teach us
No.
that much.
It was the very basics of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of just like how to put something
But
together.
mine was not the basics. My actual thing was not basics at
Yeah.
all.
But
Mine was
most
working
people-
with months of iMovie and having lots of experience with
Yeah.
iMovie. That's what that was.
So some other people just did like simple little like slideshows and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yours
So we had
was,
like a freaking. It was supposed to be like 2 to 4 minutes, or it's able to be up to 4 minutes. Sorry, because mine was like a minute and a half. But one person had almost a 4.5 minute of the dog.
yeah. Well, people like their dogs. Oh, hold on. Let me throw this in here real quick. Just side note while we're talking about Apple. I just wanted
Oh,
to
yeah.
I just wanted to welcome our real good Howdy Inc. friend Smoothie to the family because he finally jumped ship and bought an iPhone
Let's keep
7
the chat up
Plus
and
this
see if
week.
he actually says something. Let's see if he's here.
He said you're down. I said it might take a little while, but happy to have him in the
exactly.
family. That's
I don't
all
even
right.
know
man.
what we put the chat.
God, he just over the years he's talked so much crap about Apple, and he says I still hate Apple, but
Apple isn't
after-
that good.
after he uses the phone for a while, I think he'll start to change his tune about I still hate Apple. I think that'll change eventually. But I had to throw that in there. So anyway, back to Apple Camp. So but that was really about it, right?
Yeah.
Right on. I'm glad that you did it. I think that's a very cool thing. And I know like the teachers had even said like, well, maybe even if maybe we don't have much to teach you, you can help teach other people. Did you ever really like
Not
kind of help any
really.
other people?
Not really.
Gotcha.
Nobody even really talked to me this whole entire time because they like yells, but like they were talking to other people and like seeing what they were doing, but only like one person talked to me, which I didn't really like. I feel like more people should have like been more interested. I feel like I didn't really like that. Like they were more interested in everybody else's stuff but mine, and I didn't
Because
really
you
like
knew
that.
what you were
Like,
doing.
they should still like ask,
No, I
hey,
agree,
what
totally,
are
of
you
course.
doing? Like,
But you think it's because you knew what they were doing,
I
so
guess
they kind of
so.
just left you alone, and
I guess
they
so.
paid more attention to the people that didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I understand.
Yeah,
It's
it
their
does make
job to
sense.
show that people that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
it does still suck if you're not included the
Exactly.
way that you feel like you should. But that's your second year doing Apple Camp. Would you do it a third?
That is what it is. If
Yeah.
it's something I don't like when they do iPad stuff, because you're very
Yeah.
limited when you do stuff
Yeah,
on the iPad.
We should throw that in there that they did this whole entire iMovie class on iPads,
but
which is a huge difference than using an iPad or using iMovie on an actual computer.
but I did not use it on the iPad.
That's right. Yeah.
Because there were so many technical difficulties
Yeah.
with trying to get the files to
Yeah.
something
So
that
you're
they
like, I'm
just
gonna use
put
the
it on the
computer.
computer.
Yeah.
And I could do a lot more with
Right.
putting it on the computer.
Yeah.
So
That's very true. There's a huge difference between the iOS version of iMovie and like the full like real
that's
version.
also why mine was more advanced than some of the other people's.
Yeah.
Like
not
what-
to say
like-
that having an iOS version of iMovie,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a great thing to have. Like for what I do with like the editing that I do, like that's basically what I do is just like the dummied down version of that. But I'd still much rather do it on a computer with a mouse and a screen in front of me like that rather than, I don't know, it's probably just because I'm old. But that's how but I mean, that's how all, you know, there's no like big Hollywood blockbuster movies that are edited on an iPad.
Yeah.
They use real computers for that, of course.
But still forgot to ask the one question that is like the only question that I have about iMovie is how to shrink down green screen images. Because when you put a green screen image on it, it's so big, and the only thing that you can do with it is make the actual thing like get cut. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like cut out some parts.
Gotcha.
But like you can't minimize it. So like I tried to do something, but I didn't even upload it on YouTube. I just have it as a cool thing that I wanted to make. And the thing is just humongous, and like it takes up the whole entire screen, and you can't really see anything else. So
Gotcha. Well, maybe Googling could come up with that answer for you.
I have Googled multiple times,
Yeah.
but I don't really think that the Apple people would know either.
Probably not.
Because like
They know lots of stuff, but they
know lots of stuff, but
don't know everything.
Yeah.
All right, so that was our week this week. Weddings and all that good fun stuff. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah.
For that. All right, so we want to talk to you about Comic-Con because
Yes.
Comic-Con happened this weekend and there was some cool stuff that happened from there. And we've got a very cool conversation about what it's like living down in Florida with Lane's Aunt Gretchen coming up also. So let's get into it.
At the beginning, when we say something about Comic-Con, I want to say that's the first one that you can just walk into. Do you know that? That's also how E3 was this year, I think. You could no, I don't think it was E3.
Yeah.
I think it was just Comic-Con. It was the first year you could just walk into.
You still have to get tickets for it.
Well,
and tickets sell out like that.
Well, just like look it up about how Comic-Con was with the walk-in stuff.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was a maximum how many people could get in. And you can just walk in and the amount of people.
Should I search here?
Comic-Con. Yeah, I guess.
That's just all going to be The Walking Dead.
Oh, they made a season 8 trailer.
Who cares?
I didn't know that. Tyler's probably already fantasized. I don't know why I said that. That makes absolutely no sense.
No. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. So,
I just won't say it.
cool. Because I'm sure you still have to buy tickets and it sells out quickly. So
That's
that,
awesome.
Right. So
Especially
that's the opposite of what
Especially
you
when
said.
Marvel said something about how they're doing the 90-minute thing. Especially that.
All right, do you want to bring this in?
What is it? The Comic-Con one?
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's Comic-Con this whole week, right? It was just this weekend. Just this weekend. Yeah, so it's still happening.
I think today's the last day.
Yeah.
Or yesterday might have been the last day.
No,
I'm not
it's
sure it's still going on today. I don't
still
know for sure.
today, I think.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. So Comic-Con is this weekend.
The big one, San Diego
Yeah.
Comic-Con.
What other Comic-Cons are there?
There's about 1 billion Comic-Cons now.
So I only know about the San Diego big one.
San Diego is the biggest of the big ones, yes.
Okay. So, right?
There's a Cincinnati one. There's a Columbus one. There's
Why don't we go to
everywhere.
the Cincinnati one?
Everywhere has Comic-Cons now. It's a very, very widespread thing. But San Diego Comic-Con is the big one every year that all the real stuff happens at. They get all the real big people for that. Like Cincinnati Comic-Con doesn't get like a Walking Dead panel. That's not a thing here. But yeah.
But there were lots of things that happened. And it's still going on, I think. I think it is.
So it's this weekend. We know that. And there was a bunch of videos, bunch of trailers, bunch of things announced. So we just had a few of them that we wanted to go through, starting with
Stranger Things 2.
Stranger Things 2, the new
Yeah.
trailer for
Or
Stranger
season
Things
2, even though they call it 2.
They call it
It's
Stranger Things 2, so
it's
that's
Stranger
what we'll call
Things
it.
season 2. I'm calling it season 2.
I'm gonna stick with Stranger Things 2 because that's what it's called. So new trailer. So
we just watched
you
it.
just watched it. What'd you think?
It's scary.
Yeah, it
The
looks
show
awesome.
is scary.
That's what it's meant to be.
I know,
Yes.
it's a horror. This is like the only horror thing that I watch,
Yeah,
really.
so Lane did watch season 1 of Stranger Things, which is very out of character for Lane because he does not like scary stuff.
But I did not watch it by myself,
Yeah.
obviously.
So he watched it and you
Yes.
thoroughly liked it, right?
Yeah.
You liked it a
Okay.
lot?
I watched
Great
one
show.
episode by myself.
Okay. So you thought it was a really great show, right?
Yes.
So
it's
you're
very
excited
good.
for season 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I got farther than Mama at least.
You're right.
Like, I finished a whole season.
Yeah.
Mom
That was
only
a whole
finished,
lot more than she finished.
like 2 minutes.
Right. That's,
Like the opening thing.
she made it until the opening title screen
Yeah.
on the first episode. She's like,
And she was
nope.
like, nope.
The
I'm
little
good.
kid in the
I'm
light
done.
bulb, and he disappeared, and then she was like, nope, and that was it.
That also freaked me out too. I'm like, nope.
So the whole cast is back for this one. They're a little beginning of the trailer.
Is it
with
supposed to
them.
be in like
It's the next year.
next year?
The
Okay.
last one
So
was in
yeah.
83. This one is in 84.
Okay.
Which is the year Ghostbusters came out, which is why they're dressed
That's
up
why
as
there
the
was a bunch of
Ghostbusters
Ghostbusters.
for
Okay.
Halloween.
Like the whole entire trailer, there was so many Ghostbusters
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so I mean that was a huge thing in 1984. So
Yeah.
it totally makes sense that these kids would like really be into that movie the way that they were
Yeah.
during that time frame. I love the beginning of the trailer that they showed them in the arcade playing Dragon's Lair because I love that game. That's always been one of my favorite games. What else? Big monster in the sky. We had already seen that guy.
Yeah, we saw that,
but
but
still looks awesome.
we saw
regardless.
that not at that point. We
Yeah.
saw it at Will's house
Yeah,
when he looked out, and then it saw that. We didn't see it there.
yeah.
So
So it looks like he's like
he's still in the upside down.
it looks like he's like blanking out and like
Yeah.
going into like these daydreams,
Yeah.
like Scrubs style. But really
so
bad
So in the
ones.
first season, it was just like that. How he was still a part of. So
Yeah.
he saw those things.
Yeah.
So he's still part of the upside down.
yeah,
Because he puked out those things.
right. Yep. And at the end, it shows 11.
Yeah.
11's awesome.
Coming back.
So
Coming
what-
back to the real world.
Yep. Yeah, she was like sticking her hand through like this portal thing
Yeah.
or something. I can't wait. So it comes out October 27th, and we will for sure be watching.
I'm
the
not
crap
watching it
out
on
of-
Halloween though.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm-
I'm not okay with watching it on Halloween. I'm
Well-
watching it on the 27th.
Yeah,
Halloween.
yeah. I mean, there'll be what 10 episodes or something like that,
yeah.
and they're hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
So hopefully between the 27th and the 31st, I'll have enough time to be able to watch all of them. But I
But
don't.
if I watch it
I
on
watched the
Halloween,
last one in like 3 or 4 days.
if I watch it on Halloween, I will not sleep for multiple days.
All right. Well, then you're gonna
Like-
be missing out.
Like just Halloween. Jesus.
That's a perfect time to watch it.
No,
Me and
Tyler,
Tyler will be watching different horror movies on Halloween.
yeah. On Halloween, you guys can watch that. But on the 27th and probably the 28th, we'll be watching that.
Yep, probably. So that's kind of, in my opinion, that was like the biggest thing that came out of Comic-Con for me, at least. That
Not
was
in my opinion
that
at
was-
all.
That was the that was the most important to me, I guess. What was yours?
Flash.
So
Two things that we got from the Flash.
So what's up with
Not-
the Flash?
So there was the TV show, and they released a new trailer for season. October 10th comes out. Dang, that's like really. We're in July, right?
Yeah,
Right now.
still got a couple months.
Wait. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Okay, we still got 3 months.
Yeah.
But that's still really close in my opinion, because I've been waiting for a while to get this new season. And like, it's supposed to be like, we don't know if Barry gets out of the Speed Force, but like we also, like Iris is like now the leader of Team Flash, and now like, I can't even think of people's names now. Oh my god, this is terrible.
All right.
But like all kinds of crazy stuff is happening.
Yeah.
So and then also, also announced some stuff for the movie that's coming out in 2019, which we have gotten nothing from.
2019.
2019.
It is so dumb how far in advance they announce these movies anymore.
Like, but it's not bad.
I think it's silly.
Like, in like Marvel, like that's
Same
not
way
bad.
with them. I think it's silly too, but whatever.
But which now I was on the edge about this Flash movie because it wasn't Grant Gustin, who plays Flash on the TV show. It's
Okay.
Ezra Miller.
Who's
and
that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Nobody knows this guy.
Okay.
And he's just randomly shown
So
up.
he's the Flash in
Now
the movie.
he's the new Flash
In the movie.
in the movie, and also in Justice League.
Okay.
So, which we'll get to in a minute. But they announced that it's gonna be in Flashpoint. You know what Flashpoint.
I don't know what that is. What is
How
that?
do you still not know what Flashpoint is?
Because I'm not a fan of the Flash. I don't know anything about the Flash.
But you're the father of me.
Yeah, and I don't pay attention when you talk.
Wow. Bitch.
So what is Flashpoint?
And Flashpoint is Barry goes back to save his mother, so they're back. So then everything changes. So then he doesn't meet Joe or Iris, so everything changes. And
Is this the same plot line that the TV show follows?
Well, it was originally the comics,
Okay.
but then the TV show did in season
Okay, so
3.
so the TV show follows the story of the comics, right?
Yes.
And the movie is just doing the same thing?
Well, Flashpoint is the biggest Flash stuff done.
Okay.
So I'm not shocked that they're doing Flashpoint. But now I'm gonna go see it opening night.
Yeah,
I'm
just trying to
see it
figure out
overnight.
what is going on here. So it's still just going to be the same story.
Yes. I hope they do it well.
I'm
though.
sure
I
they'll
hope they
change
get a good
something up
cast
so that
or
it's not the
something.
exact same thing.
Yeah,
It would be
but they
kind of stupid if it was the exact same.
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know if they're gonna do Kid Flash with it, because that's what the TV show did. If they do Kid Flash, I'm gonna be kind of mad because then they're just stealing stuff from the TV show. So I don't really know what to think, but I am gonna go see it opening night. So
All right.
2019.
What if it ends up being R? Is that a possibility?
That's not a possibility at all. If it's
Well, there's
all-
been a couple like comic movies lately that have been R. Seems like that's kind of a thing.
Logan
sometimes,
and
right?
Deadpool. That's it.
Yeah.
But that's a complete exception, cause like Deadpool is like supposed to be very inappropriate, and Logan was only that because of lots of gore and violence.
Gotcha.
So
So then what's up with the Justice League? That's another
they
DC.
released another trailer for that,
Yeah.
which now we know who the bad
That's-
guy is.
That's soon, right? That's like this year, isn't it?
I think
okay.
early next year.
Okay.
I think Tyler might kill me if I don't know this.
Oh,
But it's either this year or early next year, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe fall of 2018. That's very slim.
I saw something the other day that said that Ben Affleck is on his way out as playing Batman.
Good.
Yeah. I still haven't seen any of the movies where he's played Batman. Yeah. I
Again,
think they all are
good.
terrible, so I just
There's
haven't.
only one that he's played Batman in. He's only played Batman vs Superman.
Was he not in Suicide Squad?
He was in Suicide
For not a
Not-
big role,
no.
but I'm pretty sure he was.
That wasn't a Batman movie.
Yeah, but still, he's playing Batman
yes,
still.
that was just a little thing.
And
that
then
was like 10
Batman
minutes.
is in the Justice League,
Yes.
and he'll be a predominant character in that.
Yes. And we know who the bad guy is now.
Do you like Ben Affleck as Batman?
Oh, heck no. Who
No.
does?
Apparently nobody, I guess.
Well, some people do.
Okay.
But Christian Bale, peace.
He's not dead.
No, I know that.
Okay. All right.
I know
So
that,
so what's
and
the
I
Justice
don't.
League movie? That's like all of them together, right?
Yeah.
Like who all
Lots.
is that?
Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, and Batman.
Okay.
Sadly, no Superman. He's probably gonna show up out of nowhere
Probably.
because
I didn't see the trailer there. Did they release a trailer?
Yes.
I didn't see a trailer. I just saw an image, like the poster that they released for it.
I haven't even seen it.
I thought it looked terrible. Like it looked like they were all crappily photoshopped in together with each other. And
I
then
haven't seen the poster.
and it had like the text over top of it, like had each one of their different logos like kind of worked into the text. And I thought it looked like a 7-year-old made it. It looked awful.
Wow.
It was really terrible, I thought.
But we know who the bad guy is, but to Tyler,
Who was the bad guy?
and I don't know because
You
they
just said
said
we
they
know
said a
that guy.
name and I
Oh,
forget
okay.
I
But
forget
you
his
don't know who the
name,
person is.
but Tyler said that it wasn't him and it was somebody else, but it's not because it's just not. I think it was The Verge that I read and saw it. So I think The Verge knows a little bit more than Tyler about these kind of things.
Yeah,
So,
maybe not.
yeah.
All right, so then there was another one, Thor, that
Yeah,
you
Thor Ragnarok.
were into. I don't know.
So-
I don't know anything about Thor
But
whatsoever, really.
this is way different because you're gonna go see this with us.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you all,
Okay.
because this is a big thing before Infinity War.
Okay.
So
now we're back to Marvel.
yes.
Okay.
So Hulk can talk now. That was just at the end, and he can talk now.
What did he say?
I don't remember. He was just having a conversation with Thor.
Okay. Hulk couldn't
So-
talk before?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
But he talked really like stupidly and like that kind of thing, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
So
Oh, like Hulk smash. Yeah, I mean, he said that. That's him talking, right?
well, yeah, but like he can actually say full sentences now.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
developed.
Yes.
All right.
Cool. And like at one point it was like, did you see the first trailer?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, like they Thor had to go against somebody, and then Hulk showed up, and he was like, "Yeah, I know him. He can fight." And then like they did, and then Hulk beat the crap out of him. And then in this trailer, Thor was like, "Oh, guess what? We fought." And then Bruce, because he wasn't in his Hulk form, he was like, "Oh, well, who won?" Thor was like, "Oh, I totally won. You did not beat the crap out of me." That was funny. So
When does that come out?
um.
I should stop asking you when things come out.
Dad.
That's okay. I mean, I don't.
This year. And
Is it this year?
November 3rd.
Okay.
Yes, November 3rd.
So that's the next one then, right?
Yes, and
the
then
next
Black Panther, and then
this-
Infinity War Part 1.
ongoing series of endless Marvel movies.
Well, Black
Thor
Panther
Ragnarok is the next one.
I should have you got the name.
Yeah.
I didn't think you just said Thor earlier, so I didn't think you would say it.
Did you know that Ragnarok was the name
Stop
of
this!
was the name of a Gwar album
My
back in the I guess that might have been late 90s, maybe early 2000s.
You don't
even.
need to know this.
Yeah.
We've heard it a million times.
It had Saddam Go on there, which is one of the greatest Gwar songs.
What?
It had a song called Penis I See on
Okay,
there.
Rick and
That was a
Morty.
good song.
Okay.
All right, Rick and Morty. So they did a screening last night of the new episode of Rick and Morty that airs next week. The season finally starts up next week. I have become just super obsessed with Rick and Morty over the last couple months. I was late to the Rick and Morty game. So I was I just started watching it a couple months ago. Season 2 had already been done by the time I started watching it, so I'm kind of new to the Rick and Morty bandwagon, I guess, but I love the show. It's awesome. It's one of the best things ever. So I'm really looking forward to season 3. So that starts next week. So they did a big screening last night, and there was like 4,000 people, they said, that showed or they got to watch it. There was like, I don't know if it was in like this big park or something. I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of what it looked like. It was like a
in
big
Comic-Con, or
it was
like...
a part of Comic-Con, but like it wasn't in like a hall. It wasn't like an inside the convention center kind of thing. But that's kind of a lot of these things have started doing stuff like around San Diego now because Comic-Con's basically too big to fit inside of one convention center. Like remember last year they had for Ash versus Evil Dead, they had like a recreation of the cabin that was
you showed me that.
that was like the same thing, like it was like in a park like a mile away or something like that. I don't know exactly where it was. So that's kind of how Rick and Morty was, and they said that there was also over 4,000 fans that they had to turn away because there wasn't enough room in the park. So that's pretty cool that many people
Well, it's not cool, but
yeah, I mean it sucks that many people didn't get to watch it, but the like Justin Roiland and them, like they were very happy that many people, like, I mean that's cool when that many people show up to watch something that you've created like that. So that is that starts up next week, Sunday night at 11:30. See, I know exactly when. Like I ask you, and you're like, I don't know.
So different.
But I'm like,
yours
Rick and Morty next Sunday at 11:30 on Cartoon Network.
Yours is a week away, and mine is months away and years away.
Yes. I gotcha. So next week, Rick and Morty. Super excited for that. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on here, which isn't really that big of a deal or anything, but a couple years ago, The Simpsons stopped making their DVDs for the seasons. DVDs have kind of stopped really being a thing, and digital and everything. Now there's the world, you can just watch everything on there, which is what we do. Or you can have it on Plex or something like that. So they stopped making the DVDs because they weren't selling as well. But then there was a lot of fans that were like, well, I own seasons 1 through 17. It really sucks to not be able to continue that collection. Which I totally understand. Like my friend Lee.
What is your collection?
I don't have many of. I still have some of the early ones, but I don't have the complete 17 seasons on DVD anymore. But like my buddy Lee, he does. He has seasons 1 through 17 all proudly sitting on his shelf. So somebody like him keep releasing them so that you can keep buying them. Why would they not? Almost. I understand they don't sell like they used to, but it doesn't cost that much money to put out DVDs. So just do it. So they took a couple years off from doing it because the sales were down. And then at their little thing yesterday at Comic-Con, they announced that season 18 is coming out on DVD in November, and that they've recorded commentaries for season 18, 19, and 20. So as long as 18 sells decent, then they'll continue to put them out. So,
cool.
So at least people will be able to continue their collection. So anything else? That's it for Comic-Con, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's get to our interview with Gretchen. Cool, man.
Has anybody said anything in the chat?
I don't think so.
But can you check real quick? I don't think I missed anything.
No, we covered everything.
Stranger Things season 2 looks so scary. I don't like it. It's so scary. Why do they have to make it so scary? We should just record the intro and outro like this. Lean back.
Lean back.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. You only have one white stripes album? White stripes album? What is it? Oh, so you have 2 white stripes albums. I thought you only had one. I'm surprised that Gretchen didn't say anything about the next generation. I thought that she would say something about it on the show. Be like, hey, wait, what?
I say we just stick to having Gretchen as the special guest because we didn't really mention it any other way. So we thought it was really. Yeah.
I'm so different.
Oh my goodness. For that time, it was the time only I talked.
Trying to let you talk more, man. Don't be a dick about it. Like I
know,
told you that we're
know.
trying to work on that.
I know, but most of the time it's only you talking
I
for that
understand.
little
So
thing, and it's
good.
surprising
So now it's you.
that it's only me that time.
Be positive about it.
I know, I'm not being negative. But intro, outro. Go.
That's it. You got it. Ready? Intro. Go.
Hi, people. Episode 15 of Howdy Radio, the next generation. This episode 15, word 5. Yeah.
I don't love
That
it.
was terrible.
Yeah.
You got me on the spot.
I know. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. All right, ready? Try it again. Just say like what we're doing this episode.
Just say, what's up, home dogs? Please.
Okay.
Please.
And then you can say we got Comic-Con and
What's up, home dogs? We got Comic-Con. A bunch of stuff about Comic-Con. Gretchen. And we didn't say anything about the Howdy show.
we didn't.
Okay, we can do that next week.
Well, that kind of doesn't make
Well,
any sense.
we don't really need
Oh,
to
well,
put that.
we
down.
don't.
Okay.
It's whatever. We can put that in the outro. We can just mention something about it. All right, go.
Dogs. Today we got Comic-Con, we got Gretchen, and we got all kinds of things about Comic-Con. It's episode 15 of How Do You Age Next Generation. Let's go. Hand motions make it way better.
I still don't really
to love it.
But
Just-
whatever.
Just play.
What's up, home dogs? Today we got Comic Con, we got Gretchen, and we got all kinds of things about Comic Con. It's episode 15 of How Do You Make Next Generation. Let's go.
Fantastic. Best intro we've ever done.
Nope, most definitely not.
Oh, thanks. It's
That's
very
okay. Can't all be zingers. All right.
outro. Can you do the outro?
All right, that's our episode 15. Pretty cool. We made it this far. We got to quit saying that. Hold on. I got to quit saying that.
You made
Tired
it
of
this
saying
far.
that, yeah. All right, that's it. Episode 15 is in the books. Pretty awesome, right? Yep. So that's all we got for you this week. If you haven't checked out the new episode of the Howdy Show,
Season 2, episode 1.
Season 2, episode 1, we visited Detroit and went to Third Man Records and went and saw Metallica and made a cool. Me and my buddy David. Yeah, not me and Lane. Sorry. But yeah, it's up on YouTube. Check out the new episode. People really seem to like it. Glad to hear that. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye. Okay. Is that it? Oh my god. Yep. Let's send this. Bye, people.